Australians like Neil Kumar are installing battery systems on their homes so they can store their excess solar power.
It makes sense to actually recycle the energy that I'm producing in my own house rather than feeding it back to the main grid.
Neil has come to this conclusion after looking at how much cash he's getting back from his energy retailer for his excess solar, a system known as feed-in tariffs.
I'm literally getting $20-25 in my pocket from supplying it to the main grid. When we were getting a better tariff, which was, 4 or 5 years ago, I did actually make a decent profit.
Feed-in tariffs are varying across the country. In 2020, homeowners in the nation's biggest state were getting on average more than 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Now, they're getting almost half this at 5.8 cents.
Feed-in tariff represents the value of electricity at the time of day where it's being generated. And what we're seeing is more and more solar getting installed on roofs, which is a great thing, but that's meaning there's a supply glut.
What we're seeing with the solar feed-in tariff is really un-Australian. I think it's unfair. Very nice, clean installation, this one.
Yet the battery installation company owner is benefiting off this trend.
A lot of households are saying, look, it's happened once, 2, 3, 4 times now. We're sick and tired of it. We want a solar battery.
Batteries aren't cheap. Neil's paying $12,000 to install his second battery to store more power.
It's probably going to take me about 8 years from now to pay it off.
In Victoria, solar homeowner Bruce Mountain has also just had his feed-in tariff reduced. The energy economist is still reluctant to fork out for a battery himself, but he says they're getting more attractive for households that use a lot of power.
In combination with steeply rising grid prices and steeply falling sales prices for export of solar surpluses, batteries, I think, are making a lot more sense for many customers.
New South Wales is launching grants for batteries in November. The Clean Energy Council is calling for a federal scheme to make them more affordable. The federal government says it's already giving households low-interest loans to help them buy things like batteries. The opposition says it's worried this scheme is a mirage and it's yet to release its own household battery policy. Neither has the Greens.
We need to be doing much more. And as we get closer to the election, the Greens will be pushing the government to do more to help people get batteries into their homes.
Bruce Mountain thinks that this will become an election issue.
The federal government should be doling out cash for expansion of battery-backed clean energy. It increases supply, brings down prices for everyone. So it's not just a policy for the middle classes.
Back in Sydney's west, Neil Kumar plans to use his power to stay cool this summer.
It's a long-term gain, but definitely it just gives us the freedom to use things like air conditioning at night.
He hopes that less fortunate households can share in the benefits.